Hi, just a few quick notes about day 22. Of course, the main, well, I guess there's three things, but the one that really stands out is that news story, because the news hears about what's going on. More and more people in the community are seeing Jessica out running and getting excited, and hear about because she started talking about her plans, and people are hearing this. Word gets around, and so here's Marla again, and it gets a little snippy, doesn't it? Like Jessica's not sure what Marla's doing with the story, and she seems to be over focusing on Jessica, which is exactly what Jessica doesn't want, because this is about Rosa. But what a neat scene as Marla kind of helps Jessica realize what this is really about. Jessica had in her mind, I want to make sure people see Rosa, but this is about raising excuse me, raising awareness of just disability in general, and seeing people and thinking about what they can do instead of what they can't, and all that stuff. And it's like Jessica heard Marla explaining what was really going on and was like, oh, and that was a really neat moment, because it kind of surprised her a little bit. And then we get this kind of sharp shift to her visiting the graveyard and running into Mrs. Sanders, and that there's no way that can be smooth and unemotional. But here, Jessica's kind of facing some of her guilt, and you may have heard there is such a thing as survivor's guilt. Like, why did I live and she didn't? Why am I walking and she's not? That kind of stuff. And so she can't believe that once she thought Lucy was the lucky one. Remember, way back, that was a hard moment when she thought it would have been better and easier if she had just died. And here she is, and Mrs. Sanders visits her daughter and is thinking about doing something to honor her memory, because that's all she's got. So it's a very emotional and meaningful moment. I think that was important for Jessica to do. Um, Oh goodness. Quick insert. Meryl. Oh my goodness. We did think for a while that when Meryl saw Gavin getting interested in Jessica, that she would do something. I kept expecting her to come in, kind of come in with the claws out. And here she's on her third boyfriend since Gavin, but still is somehow angry at Jessica. Like, Jessica stole Gavin away. I mean, she is just so petty. Um, it'd be great if something bad happened to her, but she just kind of contributes to Jessica's self doubt in her mean and nasty way. Um, Not my favorite character, to say the least. But then that was just one little side thing. But why does Meryl even have to be a thing? But Jessica out on the track with Coach Cairo, and just like running, playing around. Okay, give me a good lap. And Cairo's like seeing, what all of the pushing the wheelchair, the weight training, the strengthening, and Jessica's stronger than she ever was before. It doesn't say that outright, but I mean, just goofing around, no competition, no getting hyped up, no pregame meal, no crowd screaming, and she runs a 60, 5 seconds less than her record that she set right before the story started. Wow. Some of us wondered earlier on if the climactic scene would be Jessica taking on Vanessa. It sounds like she could have, but the story veered towards a bigger and more personal story rather than showing down with her nemesis. That could have been satisfying and inspiring, but I like where this is going. Uh, I really love the vision that Jessica had for bringing Rosa to the forefront. And here we are, our next day. We're going to finish this story and find out how it ends. I've really enjoyed this trip, and we'll kind of debrief that and say goodbye to the story and each other on this one. And see you soon.